1.2 Facts and Science Continued. Once hypotheses are formulated, scientists value the simplest explanation for a phenomenon or the simplest possible solution to a problem, a principle known as parsimony or Occam's razor. A scientific theory, in turn, is a hypothesis for a phenomenon that is widely accepted among the scientific community and well substantiated by facts and experiments. Importantly, though, facts have precedence over parsimony. If any given hypothesis is radically simpler than another, but excludes or ignores some observed facts, then it should be revised or replaced by another one that accommodates those facts, even if the outcome is more complex. Hypotheses are dynamic, evolving with the facts and accommodating new observations. They are somewhat tentative and intrinsically imperfect. Unfortunately, a problem emerges when scientists negate unexpected observations that do not conform to a particular theory. Instead of adapting hypotheses and theories, they claim that the observation itself is not possible or a delusion. In good scientific practice, hypotheses and theories should accommodate the facts, not the other way around. To make this philosophical concept more understandable, let us imagine a scientist who states that, after years of observing crows, all crows are black. In this context, he predicts that all crows yet to be observed will also be black, and further observations of black crows by either him or other scientists provide additional evidence for this law. Nonetheless, any hypothesis needs to be revisited and reformulated once unexpected facts emerge. So if anyone in the world spots one white crow, then the initial statement that all crows are black needs to be adjusted, denying the observation of a different colored crow because the original formulated hypothesis accepts only the existence of black crows is neither fair nor honest. Any new hypothesis needs to adapt and manage to describe or explain the occurrence of this one white crow. Understanding the world based on observations rather than beliefs gradually occurred during the scientific revolution in the 16th and 17th centuries. Concepts evolved in the following centuries, markedly including the works of Karl Popper, one of the most influential philosophers to address the criteria for qualifying a theory as scientific, also known as the demarcation problem. According to him, any hypothesis should be unbiased and aim to explain as much as possible the phenomena it covers. Scientific hypotheses, models, theories, and laws ought to be objective and describe or explain the observations of our world, no matter how abstract, complex, or general they are. They are valid if tied to the facts. Popper also argued that, besides being grounded in empirical evidence, any given theory should be falsifiable in light of new evidence. In other words, once proposed, hypotheses should be rigorously tested by further observations and experiments, with special value given to counterexamples like finding a white crow, because they would foster the refinement or the rejection of hypotheses when false. This falsifiability principle forces any new hypothesis to be clear and precise, subject to tests and experiments, and open to refutation. That is, it should be able to offer predictions that can be tested to favor or undermine itself. Otherwise, it would be taken as pseudoscience. Following his work, many other philosophers added to the field of scientific epistemology, including Imre Lakatos and, more recently, Philip Kitcher. Although all of them considerably contributed to the topic by introducing the idea of auxiliary hypotheses, the foundation of science still lies in observations and facts. From this perspective, additional corroborating observations strengthen any explanation or established theory. Nonetheless, no observation can be taken as final proof of anything, a generally misunderstood idea among academics who mistakenly claim to have found proof of something through any given observation or set of observations. In our world, nothing is ever proven beyond a shadow of a doubt, and everything comes with a level of uncertainty. Instead, scientists collect evidence to favor one conceptual framework over another via experiments or simulations. The key to increasing confidence that a hypothesis or theory is correct relies on the accumulation of evidence, especially from multiple independent sources. The currently accepted theory of a phenomenon is simply the best explanation or description for it among all available alternatives. So, the next time you hear a scientist claiming to have found proof of something, raise a red flag because this concept is simply not correct. To sum up, the preceding principles modestly and limitedly summarize the main scientific directives that one should bear in mind when assessing observations. Their importance resides in a standard agreement of fairness to protect science from authoritative or political moves and make it as successful as possible.